There we go. Ryan's in here just through loud and clear. So we talked a little bit about whey protein. That's why I have the whey protein that's sitting up here in front of us. Okay. And I discussed why Fortify has a whey protein, how it evolved. So years ago, when I was involved in some macular degeneration studies, all right, we were doing a lot of SpectraCell, that's intracellular blood analysis of our patients with macular degeneration. Okay. And we found three inherent deficiencies in these patients with macular degeneration: vitamin D, B12, and glutathione. Well, it's relatively easy to get rid of the B12 deficiency through supplementation and diet. We get rid of the vitamin D deficiency with a little sunshine and supplementation. However, glutathione deficiency was a little bit more difficult to get rid of. And so we tried L-glutathione. It did much of nothing. And then we did N-acetylcysteine. It worked a little bit. But then when we started using a non-denatured whey protein from grass-fed New Zealand cows, voila, the glutathione deficiencies resolved. And that makes sense because whey protein is the best source of covalent bonded cysteine. Cysteine converts to glutathione. This is the master antioxidant in your body, responsible for your immunity, for detoxification, for your life, basically. So if you drink a good whey protein, it's going to stimulate glutathione. So I developed a supplement called Fortify Super Protein. Here it is. Fortify Super Protein. This is a non-denatured grass-fed protein from New Zealand cows. And I got to sneeze. I got a cough button when I'm live on the radio. So when you're looking for a whey protein, you got to look for three things on the label, okay? Make sure it says grass-fed, non-denatured or undenatured, and where the cows come from. I like cows that come from New Zealand, the UK, America, France, Australia. Those are my favorite sources of cows. If it says any of those, you're fine. You're good to go. So remember, look for non-denatured or undenatured, grass-fed, and where the cows come from. If it doesn't have all of that, then stay away from it. Most whey protein, all right, comes from feedlot cows that have fed genetically modified grains that are high in omega-6. This is pro-inflammatory. They also pump these grains with growth hormone and antibiotics, or they get it into the cow to produce more milk. Then you consume all of this. But then they take the milk and they actually heat it up to 200 degrees for over 30 minutes. That's pasteurization. So that denatures the delicate immunoglobulins, the lactoferrin, the covalent bonded cysteine, the CLA. So it kind of destroys part of the protein, all right, the immune building aspects of it through heat. So what we do, and non-denatured means the protein has only been heated to 72 degrees for 15 seconds, all right? That's kind of, some people call it cold pasteurization. It's enough to kill any potential pathogens without altering the matrix of the protein, all right? So we have Fortify Super Protein, grass-fed New Zealand whey protein concentrate, non-denatured. And then we have a bag. This is a bag of this. This is grass-fed whey isolate. Comes in a 60-serving bag. This comes from UK cows, and it's non-denatured, grass-fed UK cows, but it's an isolate. This is a concentrate. This is an isolate. The difference is it also needs to be microfiltered or ultra-filtered or cross-flow filtration, not ion exchange. Ion exchange uses acid, so it denatures it again. You heat it, and then you use acid. So Fortify grass-fed whey protein isolate now comes in a 60-serving bag, and this is still in the jug like this, the super protein. The difference is this is a concentrate, this is an isolate, and you may ask, what's the difference with that? Well, concentrate still has the fat in it, okay? It's a little bit more in the natural state. Isolate, we remove the fat. Remember, both whey proteins remove all the lactase and all the casein, and that's what causes some of these negative reactions when you're consuming milk. So very few people have reactions to drinking whey, especially a whey isolate. Some people, a whey concentrate, the fat in it may cause you to have a little bit of an upset stomach, but usually not. So why do you take either on? If you're using it for a meal replacement, the super protein, a whey protein concentrate is probably a little bit better because it is more of a complete protein. It has the fats in it. Remember, the fats are where a lot of the immunoglobulins and the lactoferrin and the CLA is. That's still in the isolate, but not as much. So if you're just using it just strictly to build muscle after working out, a whey protein isolate is a beautiful thing. If you're using it for meal replacement, the super protein whey protein concentrate is a beautiful thing. And now it's so similar because they both have 20 grams of protein. Usually, an isolate percentage-wise has more protein in it. So if you say you took 100 grams of a concentrate and 100 grams of an isolate, you're going to get more protein in the isolate. But I developed them to both have the same amount of protein, 20 to 21 grams. And you can make a smoothie with them. Put a pineapple and a banana in. Remember, never use banana, apple, or pear with berries. So a lot of you put blueberries and bananas in. It's a no-no. Remember, banana, apple, and pear, those are fine for you, but don't mix them with berries because those fruits have polyphenol oxidase, and the berries have flavonoids. The polyphenol oxidase blocks the absorption of the flavonoids. That's not good. So you learned it right here on Ask the Doctor. Time for a hat change. I got a haircut. Check that out. I got skinhead almost. All right. By the way, this is a Tulane hat. My youngest daughter, Mackenzie, got accepted to Tulane. She accepted the acceptance, and she starts in August. I'm very proud of Mackenzie. She's doing quite well. Straight A student and a world-class amateur athlete in volleyball. All right, so getting back to talking about whey protein again. Remember, whey protein is the most bioavailable protein, a PDCAAS score of 1. That's a perfect protein, all right? It's high in essential amino acids and high in branch chain amino acids. That's where vegan proteins fall short. Most vegan proteins are not complete proteins, all right? They're missing some amino acids. If they are complete proteins, the branch chain amino acids are very low. However, Fortify Vitamins, myself and our team, we've developed a new vegan protein called Fortify Vegan Super Protein, and it comes out in about a week or two. Delicious 3 flavors, and it has an amino acid profile that of whey protein. So we've added something called velocitol. We've taken sprouted barley, upcycled barley protein, which is an ancient grain. We're getting it from the beer industry, believe it or not. That's why it's called upcycled. And we're taking a pea protein grown in North America, all right? That's a sprouted pea protein, all non-GMO. And we combine the pea, the barley, and the velocitol, and it is all the essential amino acids and high amounts of the branch chain amino acids, PDCAAS score of 1. So that'll be available in about 1 to 2 weeks for those of you that are vegans and are not going to touch a whey protein because whey protein is derived from milk. All right. And what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to alternate now. I'm going to incorporate the vegan protein maybe 3 days a week and the whey protein 4 days a week. So once again, whey protein, most bioavailable protein, most easily digested and absorbed protein. Studies show that whey protein has some positive impact on high blood pressure, diabetes, inflammatory markers, specifically C-reactive protein in your body. Also, it's safe for people with IBS and IBD, irritable bowel disease, irritable bowel syndrome, all right? Remember, it increases glutathione because of the covalent bonded cysteine. There's also studies that indicate whey protein can lower the bad cholesterol, which is LDL, low-density lipoproteins. Satiety, it fills you up. So it's great for those of you that want to lose weight, all right? You can make a whey protein smoothie, have that for a complete meal. It fills you up. You could take our super protein in vanilla or chocolate, put water in it, shake it up, drink it down. 10, 15 minutes later, you're full. So that helps you lose weight. Remember, whey protein boosts metabolism. So it helps speed up your fat burning activity. All right. Now, for men, it helps boost your testosterone. It's not going to boost your testosterone if you're a woman, but for men, it helps boost your testosterone. Women, you're not going to grow big, burly muscles like men, but it's great for women also because it helps you build muscle strength and endurance and helps you metabolize fat. So, once again, whey protein is like the perfect protein. Also, what sets whey across from vegan is it's high in the immunoglobulins, it's high in lactoferrin, CLA, covalent bonded cysteine that converts to glutathione. Remember, in the very beginning, I talked to you about why I developed the whey protein because I wanted to give it to my patients with macular degeneration to stimulate glutathione, along with our next gen Fortify Macular Defense. So most of my macular degeneration patients, number one, are getting a little bit older. So the whey protein is one of the best proteins. And a new study came out this year stating that's one of the best proteins or the best protein for actually stimulating muscle synthesis and strength in the elderly person. Now, what's elderly? 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100? So, my mom, who's 96, drinks a whey protein smoothie every day. I drink one once or twice a day. So, it helps to fight against sarcopenia. Another good reason to have whey protein. Now, remember, all whey protein's not created equal. Look at the ingredient profile on the back. Make sure it doesn't have tons of chemicals. You don't want sucralose. You don't want aspartame. You don't want artificial flavors. All right. You don't want carrageenan. Um, you don't want a sulfate potassium. These are all bad. The majority of whey proteins you're going to buy, they have all of that in it. Plus, they're not grass fed. They're not coming from New Zealand or UK cows. They're not non denatured. They're probably derived from the Asian continent, not to knock Asia, but they're fed feedlot cow. They're feedlot cows fed genetically modified grains that are high in pro-inflammatory omega-6 that pasteurize it to 200 degrees for over 30 minutes. That denatures it. Then they put acid to remove the fat. My personal opinion, if you want the best whey protein, you got to pay a little extra. And these aren't expensive. I mean, this is $46. The big bag of 60 servings is $63. And on the website at fortify.com, if you buy 6 and you sign up for auto ship, you get 25% off. If you buy 3, I think you get 20% off. If you don't go to auto ship, you get 10 and 15% off, depending on how many you buy. So they make it affordable. But remember, folks, you get what you pay for. If it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. So the gist of this little show today is if you want the best protein currently, it's a whey protein. Fortify makes 2. Fortify grass-fed whey protein isolate. Comes in a 60 serving bag. Doesn't come like this anymore. And it's unflavored. So you can make a smoothie with it, put it in your pancakes or waffles. Or if you want flavored, Fortify Super Protein. It comes in dark chocolate fudge and vanilla. Remember, Fortify is coming out with a vegan super protein very, very soon. 1 to 2 weeks it'll be out in vanilla, chocolate, and salted caramel mocha. Now, briefly, Fortify Fit, Fortify Fit Pro. Fortify Fit Pro is kind of taken everything and put it all in one. So Fortify Fit Pro, we've taken grass-fed collagen protein, we've taken grass-fed whey protein isolate, put it in there. We've also added German Creapure creatine, betaine anhydrose, L-citrulline, MyHMB, and PKTP. We're the first in the United States to combine all of this into one supplement at an affordable price. I think it's $49. And there's ways on the Fortify website you can get some big discounts on that. So Fortify Fit Pro, if you're wanting the ultimate to build muscle, strength, and endurance quicker than just whey protein by itself, then go to the Fortify Fit Pro. It comes in 4 different flavors. Remember, we got Fortify Rejuvenate available now. We're just kind of going over some of the stuff that we've developed over the last year. Fortify Rejuvenate comes in a small container, 20 servings, delicious. Comes in unflavored, comes in chocolate, comes in pink lemonade and cherry vanilla. Folks, I developed this so that we, as we age, has a natural supplement to help minimize fine lines and wrinkles, help our joints, help skin hydration, and help skin elasticity. And it does work. This supplement has gone viral. It's probably going to be our biggest supplement. It's called Fortify Rejuvenate. You can put it in your coffee in the morning, just put it in water, stir it up, and drink it down. It's delicious. And oftentimes, what I do, I take the Fortify Fit Pro and I add the unflavored Rejuvenate to it and drink it down. I usually do that once a day. And then I'll take just a whey protein, oftentimes the grass fed whey protein isolate, which is unflavored, and then add the chocolate or the pink lemonade and shake it up. 20 calories, 22 grams of protein, and you're getting all the superfoods and everything. So I do that twice a day, one with Fit Pro and then one with the whey protein isolate. And I like to think at 60, I'm doing pretty good. I'm in pretty good shape, pretty strong, got a lot of endurance. And that's because of some of the whey products, the fortified products, obviously, but exercise, sleep, the right diet, hydration, positive mindset. Sleep is something I still lack. I wear this Whoop band, and I won the Whoop band competition about a month ago. That was pretty intense. That was like 10,000 competitors, but just toot my horn, right? So, sleep is very important, and I still lack sleep. I got to tell you, a little concoction I've developed that does help you sleep. And I notice my REM phase of sleep, that's a crucial phase of sleep, is pretty good if you take this concoction. So, about an hour before bed, take some organic tart cherry juice, 1 cup, and then take 1 cup of goat's milk or A2 cow's milk, preferably the low fat A2 cow's milk, because the fat can sometimes cause you to have digestive issues when you're sleeping. So either goat's milk or A2 low fat cow's milk, 1 cup, 1 cup of organic tart cherry juice. It can only be tart cherry, no other fruits in it. Mix both those together, drink it down, have a handful of sprouted pumpkin seeds. Okay. So all of this combination does work well because the milk is high in calcium. That helps relax the muscles. It helps you relax. Also has some carbs because believe it or not, a little bit of carbs are good for helping you sleep. The pumpkin seeds are high in magnesium and high in tryptophan. Okay. The tart cherry juice is very high in melatonin and a little bit more carbs. Okay. So the combination of all this really helps you relax. Do not get on a cell phone or a computer, preferably 2 hours before bed. The television's not that bad because it's way away from you, but the iPhone and the computer very close to you, the blue light tells your pineal gland to stop secreting melatonin. I know that's difficult for a lot of us to get off the cell phone or the computer right before bed. But if you're really having trouble sleeping, then what you do, drink this concoction, fill up a hot bathtub, put some Epsom salt in the bathtub, and soak for 45 minutes. Then read a book when you're in the bathtub, not a Kindle, not anything digital, just a book or a magazine, especially something that's boring, and then get in bed, and you will sleep pretty good. Your REM phase of sleep will go up. Also, if you're still not sleeping well, and a lot of you are snoring, then your blood oxygen levels can go down. And this Whoop band shows that. So you could actually sleep on your side. That's the best way to bring blood oxygen levels up. Put one of those vaporizers, not a dehumidifier, just the opposite, a humidifier right next to your bed. That will be moist air that you breathe in. Then you can go buy some plants, special ferns, aloe vera. There's some other plants out there, the snake plant. You have to do some research. The plants that emit oxygen at night and don't suck oxygen away. So you can put those plants by your bed, the little vaporizer or humidifier, and do the drink that I talked to you about, sleep on your side, and then turn your cell phone off. Or if you're on call like I am, then take your cell phone, put it on high, and take it like 3 rooms over, all right, so you can hear it ring. You want the cell phone either on airplane mode or off or way away from your bed, because that cell phone acts like a cell phone tower, and you get all this EMF radiation coming into your house. If you're really paranoid about sleep, and it's not in the summer, you could actually just turn all the electricity off to your house, pull the big power thing, and, your food should be okay because it stays cold. But if you pull the power plug and all the electricity is pulled out of your house, then you don't get all these electrical currents, and you will sleep better, trust me. I've tried it many times. Uh, Tammy would not like that if I told her that. Alright. So in a nutshell, we talked a little bit about the whey protein. Remember, look for 3 things. When you're looking for whey protein, make sure it says grass-fed, non-denatured, where the cows come from. I urge you to try the Fortify supplements. It's the best of the best. Fortify Super Protein or Fortify Grass-Fed Whey Isolate. All right, let's see if anything else is that I talked about on the radio show that we got to talk about here. Oh, weight loss. Best way to lose weight is eat less, exercise more, right? So you can take one of the super proteins, add our superfood to it, all right? That's a complete meal, and use that as a meal replacement each day, but alternate when you do it. So breakfast one day, lunch one day, supper one day, and then eat the other 2 meals consistent with the Lange survival diet. Then get up first thing in the morning. You can have a cup of coffee and water, but no food, and walk a mile. You'll be a fat burning machine. You eat after you walk that mile. We talked about the vegan protein coming out soon. We do have 40% off Cartier, Gucci, Chloe, Blanc, and Saint Laurent frames at the Lange Eye Institute in the Villages. 40% off. That's a good deal. That's about it. So you can order at fortify.com. That's FORTIFEYE, fortify.com. You can call Fortify Vitamins at 866-503-9746. That's 866-503-9746. And remember, if you're in Florida, you can go to the Lange Nutrition Center in Ocala, right across from the Paddock Mall, large 2-story building. Take the elevator upstairs, Lange Nutrition Center. You can go to the Lange Eye Institute in the Villages, where I hail from, and Dr. Susan Somerton and Dr. Lori Caputi. And you can go to Fortify Nutrition Center here in Clearwater, right on McMullen Both Road, right next to Publix. And that's the Bayside Bridge Plaza, Fortify Nutrition Center. We're open Saturdays there. All right. Or you can call Fortify Vitamins until 3 o'clock today, and the phone number is 866-503-9746. That's 866-503-9746. Once again, I want to thank Dr. Somerton for being a co-host of Ask the Doctor this morning. And I apologize that we weren't live on Restream, but I did a pretty good recap. All right. Everybody go out and have a great day. See ya. End